Very good morning, dear students. Today we will discuss the first topic of your course of Ability Enhancement course. Okay, that is writing skills. So first topic that is there is diary entry. So diary writing, sorry. I wonder how many of you would be in the habit of writing a diary. Those of you who would be, you must be aware or you must be in the habit of writing the diary and keeping notes of whatever happened during the day, noting down certain incidents that left an impression on your mind, noting down things that made you happy, noting down things that made you sad, and things like this. So, but when we have to make a diary entry formally, okay, then there are certain rules, a certain pattern, I would say. Let me not call it rules. A certain pattern is followed. And what is that pattern is? Before going into the pattern, I would just like to tell you something about diary entry. So a diary is a record of one's daily experiences and thoughts. It is a book in which one can write down the experience one has each day. It is a private and personal record of one's innermost feelings. That is what I told you, right? You write down your experiences. And let me tell you one thing, that writing a diary is one of the best things you can do to improve upon your writing skill. Right? You know why? Because when we write, things come naturally to us. Otherwise, ज़्यादातर हमारे साथ जब हम English लिखते हैं तो क्या होता है? First we'll keep thinking, we are thinking about the words in Hindi. The mind is thinking in Hindi. Can the mind think in Hindi? No, but हम सोच रहे हैं, है ना? And what happens is, फिर हम उसको translate करके लिखते हैं. But once we are in a habit of writing English regularly, चाहे आप एक diary entry ही रोज लिखें, that is how your writing skills of English will improve. अब improved writing skills in English का मतलब ये नहीं you use very difficult words, very flowery language. When I say a good writing skill, it simply means that you should write grammatically correct sentences. It can be simple. There is no need to make things complex. But simple sentences, short and crisp sentences, and grammatically correct sentences. That is what you have to follow. It is a very good habit to keep a diary. It can serve as a record of the important and memorable moments of one's life. Through this record, one can revive those moments whenever one likes. A diary, being very private and personal, is informal in its tone and style. It can be written in any form one likes. Of course, it can be written, but when we talk formally, when it is from examination point of view, then we will follow a pattern to write it. The only important thing is to put in the day and date when a particular entry has been made in the diary. Every entry is usually made on a new page, that we all know. In fact, a diary is not written on dictation or demand. It is never written on a given topic as if in an examination. It is purely a personal affair. We all know that it is a personal affair. We jot down our precious moments, our experiences, incidences that leave an impression on our mind. That is what we write in diary entry. One can write it any way one likes, in a detailed or brief form, in complete sentences or incomplete detached sentences. Incomplete detached sentences, आप पूरी sentence नहीं लिख रहे हो. You are just writing कि this happened, this happened, this happened. Point wise आप note कर रहे हो that these are the things that happen. But you are not elaborating. आप एक sentence क्या होती है? Meaningful words make a sentence. Okay. Here you are just writing detached sentences. The only important thing is that the person should be able to make out what he had written earlier. However, while writing out a diary entry from the examination point of view, it must be written in a style that is grammatically correct and linguistically quite rich and appealing. Linguistically, the words, the vocabulary that you use, it is talking about that. So this is what the basics of a diary entry, what diary entry is all about. This was all about that. But what you have to remember is the pattern that I will give you all. So the first thing that we write, we will always begin with the day. Followed by date. Followed by the time when you are making the diary entry, and this is the margin of your notebook or the margin of your answer sheet. So this you have to keep in mind. First 3 important steps. After these 3 steps will come your name that or the title that you will give to your diary entry. Say for example you are making a diary entry on my first day in college. So this will be the title of your diary entry. And no underline, you can of course underline, but no inverted commas or something. You can use inverted commas also. There is no hard and fast rule about it. So day, date, time, and in the center of the book, paper, answer sheet will come the title on which you are writing or making the diary entry. And then you start with the margin. Remember that यही technicalities हैं. Date, time, margin के साथ आएगा. आगे से नहीं शुरू करेंगे. It will come with the margin. Then in the middle will come the title of your diary entry or the topic on which you are making the diary entry. And then you start making your diary entry with the margin. Today was my first day in college. Followed by, it was a memorable day for me. I met many friends of mine. I also made some new friends. There were students at the gate, senior students, who helped me to know about my classes, to know my teachers. They guided me to where the labs are, where the library is. So everything, every aspect of the day that you had on the very first day of your college, वो आप इस डायरी एंट्री में लिखोगे. ओके, देयर इज नो हार्ड एंड फास्ट रूल. देखिए, आप जो लिखना चाहते हैं यू कैन राइट. डू नॉट आस्क मी मैम कितने वर्ड्स होने चाहिए. वर्ड्स का कुछ नहीं है. व्हाट इज इम्पोर्टेंट इज आपका जो कंटेंट है ना, ये कंटेंट होता है, ये जो आप यहाँ लिखोगे, ठीक है, पूरी बॉडी जो आपकी इसकी है, दिस कंटेंट शुड बी ग्रामेटिकली करेक्ट. इट इज नॉट इम्पोर्टेंट कि आप क्या लिख रहे हो, वॉट यू आर फोकसिंग ऑन. आप टीचर्स के बारे में लिख रहे हो, आप इंट्रोडक्शन के बारे में लिख रहे हो, हाउ स्टूडेंट्स टुक योर इंट्रोडक्शन, व्हाट ऑल हैपेंड, ऑल लिटिल डिटेल्स you can give at your will. So this is just a pattern. और ये content grammatically correct होना चाहिए. क्या होना चाहिए, that is up to you, provided question ऐसा हो. तो इसको खत्म करने से पहले, I mean before I move to the next step, जैसे मैं आपको कह रही हूँ, अगर आपको question आया है, make a diary entry of the experiences you had on the very first day of in your college. Sorry. लेकिन एक डिफरेंट पैटर्न भी है जो डायरी राइटिंग पे क्वेश्चन आपको पूछा जाता है. तो उस पे जाने से पहले, हाउ डू यू क्लोज द डायरी एंट्री. इन द एंड यू विल डेफिनेटली राइट योर नेम. योर्स ट्रूली मत लिखिएगा प्लीज. इन द एंड यू विल जस्ट राइट योर नेम विद द मार्जिन. अब इस चीज को ना प्लीज अच्छे से समझिए. समझिएगा, जब मैं विद द मार्जिन कह रही हूं तो उसका एक मतलब है। राइटिंग स्किल्स, चाहे हम लेटर राइटिंग की बात करें, नोटिस राइटिंग की बात करें, या किसी भी तरह की राइटिंग टॉपिक्स, राइटिंग स्किल के जो आपको टॉपिक्स हैं, बेसिक चीज ये है, ठीक है। बिकॉज एक अपीयरेंस आता है जब आप डायरी एंट्री लिख दिए हो, इट हैज एन अपीयरेंस ऑन द आंसर शीट, इट लुक्स दैट यस अ डायरी एंट्री हैज बीन मेड which looks technically right. Being technically right is ये मार्जिन के साथ आ रहा है सब कुछ, ये भी एंड ये टाइटल अपनी जगह पे सही है. इट शुड लुक नाइस, इट शुड अपीयर इन अ पैटर्न जो मैंने आपको समझाया है. ठीक है, आई होप क्लियर हुआ हो आपको. अब एक दूसरा तरीका है, आपको हिंट्स दी जाती हैं. हिंट्स मैं बताती हूं कैसे, और उन हिंट्स को यूज करके आपको डायरी एंट्री क्रिएट करनी. नाउ दीज आर नोट्स दैट विल बी गिवन टू यू, और आपको क्वेश्चन दिया जाएगा. लास्ट मंडे Ramesh Joshi had to go to his village. The bus going to the village was very crowded. Ramesh had to travel on the roof of the bus. Given below are notes on his experience. Use these notes, write out a page of diary. So, of course it is written last Monday. So, he had gone on Monday. Let us see, he's writing this. I will use this part of the board to how do we start, जैसे कि मैंने आपको, or let me do it on the top. How we will begin? Of course the day, ये margin आ गया हमारा. Say for example he's writing, the experience was on Monday and he's making a diary entry on Wednesday. Date 39/2020. Time, let us say 6 PM. Now this is not given to us, तो हम ये create कर सकते हैं, but don't forget that the name. सबसे पहले topic देते हैं. Went to the village. Let us say he gave it the topic, visit to the village, and we will start from here. On Monday, I went to a village, to the village. And I traveled by a bus. अब ये fill in the blanks मत लीजिएगा प्लीज, है ना. ये 3 dots हैं, इसका मतलब ये नहीं कि ये fill in the blanks हैं. ये क्या है, ये notes हैं, और इन notes को यूज करके आपको sentences बनानी है. So I traveled, went to a village and I traveled by a bus which was all crowded. I had no option but to climb on the roof as the bus was full. When the bus started, because I was sitting on the roof, I could face, or there were strong currents of air that was coming on my face. अब roof पे travel कर रहा है, तो obviously the air is coming on his face, right? Then there were particles of dust which were entering my eyes with the moving bus, and that created much pain for me. As the bus was going on, I had to bend down my head because of the overhanging branches of the trees on the way. The road of the village was not very, very good. That is why I faced terrible jerks. When I reached the village, I heaved a sigh of relief, and I reached the village. And last में आ जाएगा margin के साथ रमेश. रमेश क्यों? क्योंकि question में दिया गया है. तो बात यहाँ पे ध्यान रखने की सिर्फ इतनी है कि जो नोट्स दिए जाएंगे वो fill in the blanks नहीं है. आपको इन नोट्स की हेल्प लेके meaningful correct sentences बनाने हैं, and you have to complete the diary entry. There is anything that is difficult in it. सिर्फ इतना सा ध्यान रखना है कि जो आपकी बॉडी बनेगी डायरी की, वो ग्रामेटिकली करेक्ट होनी चाहिए. I think I must have used grammatically correct around 10 times in this video tutorial. तो इस चीज का ध्यान रखें. राइटिंग स्किल्स का पेपर इसी चीज पे बेस्ड है. यू विल स्कोर वेरी गुड मार्क्स इफ यू प्रैक्टिस. मैं आपको एक्सरसाइजेस दूंगी, आप उसे प्रैक्टिस कीजिए. अभी कंपल्सरी का ही दिया मैंने आपको, स्कोर कंपल्सरी इंग्लिश का, तो आई एम नॉट गेटिंग वेरी गुड रिस्पॉन्स। सो आई वॉन्ट आप सब लोग असाइनमेंट्स को सीरियसली लीजिए, प्रैक्टिस कीजिए। दैट इज वॉट वी कैन डू एट दिस आवर इन दिस डिफिकल्ट आवर ऑफ द पेंडेमिक, है ना। प्रैक्टिस ही कर सकते हैं हम। आपको समझाया जा रहा है, टॉपिक अच्छे से समझाया जा रहा है, अब उस पर प्रैक्टिस जो करना है वो आपको करना है। सो गेट सीरियस अबाउट थिंग्स। That is all about diary writing. Thank you so much.